Hello, Tatsuko, and welcome to your deck review. For those of you joining us for the first time on YouTube, this is a series where I, Maldown, a notorious yeller and hater, will calmly and lovingly review your commander deck's weird little PP. Your PP being your premise and your practicum. Your premise is the idea behind your deck. It's what you want the deck to do. For this deck, it's to nuke flops massive artifacts onto the table. Um, and your practicum is the stuff in the 99. It's the problems you face trying to put that plan into action. So we're going to spend a few minutes talking about their idea for the deck, whether or not it's achievable at the bracket they want, or if they will have to compromise. And then after that, what we can change about the 99, make that all happen. So on the idea standpoint, this is one where I think we can do a little bit better than you think you can. I believe in mono red. You talk about, let's go over the commander first, actually. Other creatures have haste. Artifact cards, red creature cards in your hand have warp 2 and a red, so we can get in really, really big stuff for really, really cheap, and it will have haste. So you've said big creatures with strong ETBs. Obviously, we need that. Need lots of card draw. We need the stuff in our hand. A lot of ramp, including treasures, to cast a lot of things. Some cost reduction cards and commander protection. I want to contest 3 and 4. I have a slightly different approach to ramp than I think a lot of my contemporaries do. I think it's very possible to build a nuke deck that, oh, you also talk about not recasting them from exile because they are too expensive. That's the point I want to connect here. I think there is a ramp package you can run that gets you very cleanly to, I can cast this stuff for sure. I can hard cast this stuff after maybe like turn 4, turn 5, and that opens up a lot of possibilities to where now your commander is not the only thing holding the deck together. It's not like the, oh god, the phone alarm. Oh god. I don't know where it is. You're getting paused for a moment. It was on the ground, right where I left it, because I'm an adult. Anyway, right now, if we don't have to nuke, the deck is going to completely fall apart. I would like that not to happen. I still want the commander to be the most important part, and like casting your stuff for 3 is still going to be better than casting it for like 8, 9, 10, whatever. But I do think there is a way to do this. So let's look at what you currently have. We have a little bit of protection, really not enough. If you so I'm going to go back to my normal heuristic about if you want to see an effect over the course of the game, like during a time period where the effect is still going to matter, you want 8 to 10, unless you have just a crazy, crazy, crazy amount of card draw. So I would go up on this if protection is a very serious thing. This is an okay amount of protection if we put into effect the ramp plan I am talking about. Cute, cope. I think there's better. I see why you have been pushed into doing this. I think we can do I think we can do a lot better than our current discount section. Draw. Not true. This is card selection, right? This does not give us this does not give us access to, it gives us new cards. So if we have the wrong cards in hand, it gets us new cards. But like Faithless Looting, we go card negative. So the ones we really like are, we love Nullspine Dragon. That's draw 7 minimum. We love Coveted Jewel. We love Combustible Gear Hulk. We love Dragon Mage. We low-key love Throne of Eldraine because we're gonna make a lot of mana, and it's gonna make us a lot of mana. This is the cornerstone of what your new ramp package should be. Then Wheel of Fortune's fine. Valakut is again like, I'm gonna see new cards, but I'm not gonna see more cards. So I do think there are some improvements we could make to this draw section, where right now it's just like, it still looks like 9 times out of 10 we are whittling down the number of cards in hand, and we're just going like, fuck, I permanently have 3 cards in hand. I hope one's Dragon Mage. Exile Denial, yeah, that's cute. Finisher, okay, I can see why Blightsteel is the only one that's coming through for you. I think Terror of Mount Velis will look a lot better when we can begin sticking some of these creatures permanently, which we can do. Uh, sure, yeah. Overloaded Vandal Blast with a bonus. I don't like this. I don't really think we're cascading that often, right? Are we ever cascading? Is there another way in this deck to cascade, or you just see like Phoenix and you were like, yeah? Did you put Sunbird's Invocation in and then go, this one also has a bird, must be good? I believe it. I've done that in a few decks, but I don't. I'm not on this one. I think we're trying to take advantage of like, oh, I get to cascade for 6 for 3, which is cute, but Cascade is already such a high variance ability, and your deck is already playing around with your life. Atali's cute, we can keep that. Ilhar's cute, we can keep that. No. I mean, we're doing this a lot. We're doing this a lot. Okay. Um, I'll tell you what, try it out when we rebuild the ramp section. Because if you get to Cascade into like a big ramp card that lets you recast these guys, sick. With the deck as is, I really don't like them. And if you reject the new ramp approach I give you, I would keep these out. Ramp, okay. Uh, I'm fucking with it. I'm feeling it. Okay. Yeah, straight up good. No, no, no. What? When he ramp? Really, really. I'm gonna make 6 mana. I'm gonna make 6 mana again. I'm gonna wait 2 turns. Then I'm gonna get 4. Stop the nonsense. Stop the goddamn nonsense. He's a good card. You should play him in the deck anyway. Don't love that. Don't love that. Don't love that. Love that. Don't love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. So I like that you have this many cards dedicated to ramp. That means your heart is in the right place. Um, I don't like that so many of our things make treasures or make ephemeral mana or need other stuff to go right. I think that's very, very difficult when our commander is already a gambling addict. Like those people aren't reliable. Like you're saying, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't worry. My dad is an alcoholic gambler. I'm not projecting here. But he will definitely remember to pick me up from school as long as he gets a chalupa by 3 p.m. when he's in the casino. Because then, if he's fed, he remembers that he has a son that he loves. And like that's kind of what's happening with, okay, Elena. I got to get to 5 mana, which is like not impossible. We're getting to 4 for our commander, but I got to get to 5. Then I got to warp something out. Then its power's got to be big enough to parlay into some type of permanent advantage, because this is like the type of ramp that looks really explosive but 100% locks you out of keeping these things on a permanent basis unless like 90% of what we're cheating out has like 10 plus power. And that's what I really don't like, because if you are going to accept the premise of I will not be able to recast these things from exile, what you need to build is a combo. You need to build like they're going to be really complicated and convoluted, but you need to build like those types of extra combat pseudo combo lines you talked about, because if we accept that like our cards just don't stick around, we're at such a permanent disadvantage that we have to make the 1 or 2 turns the 1 or 2 turns of movement we get crazy, crazy impactful. Um, so this is like other stuff has to go right. This is ephemeral and incredibly easy to remove because we're not going to have a board state. We're not blocking with the nuke. And after we do the first cool thing, nobody's going to be like, yeah, you can keep having 2 red mana. Um, Goldspan is a good card. I do just dislike in general how much of this is treasure based, because it's like we're setting this up like it's a combo deck, but none of the things we can deliver on are combo flavored. And so it's always going to make like a sad whoopee cushion noise. So I would be seeking to replace as many of these ephemeral or conditional mana engines as I could with more stuff like Thrawn Dynamo. They have so many now. They just printed Arc Reactor. We don't have Eternity Elevator. We don't have like Stone Speaker Crystal. Because when I think about how your turns want to go, and I think the interesting thing is actually, I would want for this deck, like 7 to 10 2 mana ramp options, and then I would want another 7 to 10 4 to 5 mana ramp options that just made me a shitload of mana. Because I think perfect world, you're never doing anything on turn one. Like you should put Ragavan in this deck just to shit check people. But your turn one is, hey, I drew Ragavan, I drew Soul Ring, I drew Commander's Plate. Anything else I'm passing. Turn two should always be ramping because we don't have like we don't have setup we can play for Tanuki that makes sense. Like there's nothing we would do. I cannot off the dome imagine a 2 or 3 mana thing we would like to do that is not play Tanuki faster. Like I can see us wanting to play Ruby Medallion, but on turn three, I would rather play Tanuki. I'd rather play Tanuki. I don't want to. I don't want to do this. I'd rather play Tanuki. And then after turn three, like when I have Tanuki in hand, ideally I am either now warping in something big that is giving me card advantage, something big that just does something really flashy, or I am hard casting a 4 to 5 mana rock that is going to make me able to hard cast everything in my library. And then from turn five on, it's just a fucking parade. And that's still a really long time to set up. Versus right now, I don't even think we get into parade territory. So I would be off of, even though she's a good card, I'd be off of Elena, I would be off of Big Score, I would be off of Chandra, I would be off of Glittering Stockpile, I would be off of Neheb, I would be off of Patron of the Arts, I would be off of Solemn Simulacrum, I would be off of Professional Facebreaker, although he might come back in, she might come back in because she is just such a goddamn good card. And I would be off of Unexpected Windfall. And I would be first and foremost, I would be grabbing 2 mana ramp options. Like, you like Arcane Signet, you like Thought Vessel, you like Mind Stone, you like Ornithopter of Paradise, you like Liquid Metal Torque. You are not special. We have a 4 mana commander, and we want to play him quickly. I even like Fire Diamond. Shit, that hurts me to say, but I even like Fire Diamond. And then we want the other things that are at, they can be at 3 mana, they can be at 4 mana, they can be at 5 mana. It really doesn't matter. But you want so much mana that we want more things that make more than 1 mana. That's it. We just need a critical mass of those things. You already had Scepter. There's like Hedron Archive. These also sack to draw cards too. So when you're like, okay, I don't have anything to spend the mana on, I can do something else. Shit, you could play the Regalia. Shit, dog. Great ramp behavior. Beautiful. I throw out Stone Speaker Crystal already. You really don't have to do Firemine Vessel though. You could do Ring of the Lucii. It's pretty cute. You're like, hey, this card's better than you think. I tap your Voltron commander. It's really not that good, but it fills a role in this deck that we desperately need filled. You could do Titanic if you wanted to be a freak. Can Tanuki crew it? Tanuki can drive this car. I will allow you to make treasures if you are making like more than 5 at the same time. That's okay. So you could do Titanic as another ramp option. This is also gets damage in for you. And like, frankly, I think that fixes your, oh, I can't recast these guys problem instantly. And when we fix the, oh, I can't recast these guys problem, it opens us up to a whole new world of stuff we can do that will be impactful and might help us end the game. Because, like, I'm thinking of what are some big angry motherfuckers that we would want to be able to play. Cityscape Leveler. I love Angry Gundams. Right? We get to cast him for 3. We get to attack with him. This one's fine even if you don't recast him, actually. But if you do get to recast him, that's probably how you try to take control of the game. And then another thing I'm thinking of is Artifact Creatures Myriad. This one will only be as good if you lean in. Yeah, Cyberman Squadron. This one's expensive, so if you're playing in a proxy-friendly environment, I would proxy this one. Is only expensive because it's only in a Universes Beyond precon they printed one time. But if you lean towards artifact creatures, give them shits myriad. If you don't, fuck this guy. What else do we need to? And I'm not 100% on this, but I do think that like that will pseudo solve the finisher issue, because right now we have a finisher issue because we can't keep any motherfucking creatures on the table. Once we have the mana to keep creatures on the table, I think a lot of our problems get a lot simpler. I think the other thing you should consider playing, which is going to scare you, but I promise, Brave New World, it's all going to be okay. Oh, you have this motherfucker already. I missed a whole section. I'm so sorry. You got it. Good job. Um, a thing that will scare you at first is exile draw. That is some of the most efficient draw red gets access to. And you and potentially some people watching right now are going to feel like, Mauled, you're being an idiot. You want me to Ren's Resolve in a deck that's all about gambling from my hand and warping really expensive things in? I'm not going to have the mana to cast any of these cards. They're going to go to exile forever. And I'll be real with you, they might. My reasoning on this card is we need more cards when we need either more threats or more ramp. And going card neutral or card negative, I do not believe to be good enough in any situation. And so I would rather gamble that I'm either going to hit the thing I need and then everything's going to be okay, than I would just accept that I'm going to run out of cards and die a slow death. It's about going down swinging, basically. Because if you Ren's Resolve, you lose one of these big threats, but you find, Thrawn Dynamo Worn Power Stone. That big threat is fucked. The game is saved. And what we need is we need to be net up on cards. We need we need to be net up on this shit. We need to be able to potentially hold stuff into our hand to build up resources for the late game. I would cut Defiler, Hazoret, Semblance, Anvil. I would try to keep Fire Crystal. Ruby Medallion, 100% keep. Stone Cold, best 2-mana rock you could run for this deck because it works for Tanuk and then works again for his warp castings. Fire Crystal, I would try to keep. And then, yeah, I would try out some Exile draw, because like this hand is just like woefully unkeepable. We're not doing a single thing until turn 5. So this hand, we have a little bit of cheatery. We have like draw that doesn't help us. We have conditional ramp. We have a cascade, but we're still not doing anything. Land that we can't play. Cut this land right now. Showing up twice in the playtest. God hates you. Cut this shit. If we get a third land, we can face break, but it's still like Tanuk's not happening until turn 4. So I'm going to start replacing cards that in my mind with that I've called out as cuts with 2-mana ramp. We're just going to see how this shit works. Hey, look at that. That's a Arcane Signet. Land, pass. Land, Signet, pass. Land, the nuke, pass. Check me the fuck out. Now I realize, oh no, Patron of the Arts is 3 mana. So we're now a turn ahead of schedule compared to what you wanted to do. You are a 4-mana ramp option. You are Stone Speaker Crystal. And what are you? You're Ren's Resolve. So I'm going to go Stone Speaker Crystal, Ren's Resolve. Exile 2. I don't love either of these things, but I'm very happy not to draw them next turn. And now I have Ingenuity Engine, and beautifully, I have the mana to hardcast Ingenuity Engine. I realize I'm making all this shit up as I go, but just imagine, because these are cards I already said, cut these for the other cards. So just imagine they were the cards I said they were. So what we can do this turn is Warp, Cascade 7, See, this is what I'm talking about with Cascade. It will fuck you. It will betray you. We want this in our hand. So if you actually, here's what you do. Instead of these Cascade cards, I would be okay with Discover. Because Discover, we can at minimum, choose to put that to hand, and we're gonna want to have a few interaction tricks. So like Chameel, I'm with. Trumpet and Carnosaur, I'm with. Don't think I'm with long range sensor. Um, I could almost be with Geological Appraiser because this would like draw. This would either get us ramp, or it would draw us interaction or exile draw, which we could then put into our hand. So just 1-to-1 replace Cascade with Discover because this is gonna always happen to you when you do Cascade. But we get to untimely malfunction something anyway. We go to our end step. These go away. And now, as opposed to previous turns, we're going to ramp even more aggressively, and we're going to get to start hard casting these shits again. So we go, okay, did you rebuild? This is 3, 5. This is only 6 mana. Can I make you enter untapped? I can't. Ugh. Only 6 mana. Oh no, I just have to hit Warstorm Surge, right? Or I could hit Ansrag's Rampage, but I think I've already been I think I've already been generous enough. So we will use the Unexpected Windfall, draw 2. Oh no, we can't because we wouldn't have pips because so many of these are colorless. So we know we have Goldspan Dragon coming. I think I'm good to end it here because I think this showcases the potential of, well, what if Extinguisher Battleship was not dead to me forever or dead to me until turn 8, which may as well be forever. And then I really don't like I can kind of see it for I get to make treasures too. But if it doesn't, like even the treasure ones I would cut personally. If it doesn't let you make treasures, under no circumstances should you keep it. We should fix the early ramp. We should fix the ramp in general and get the exile draw set up to where we can mulligan to a hand where we're like, I'm gonna get turn 3 to nuke, and then I'm gonna bust out. I believe in dinosaurs, which means somewhere dinosaurs believe in me. Then I bust out. And that will ironically like give you room for a little bit more kooky shit, I think, as well. These cycling lands, the nonsense has to stop. You could still play them, but like, I need you to know that I know, and the nonsense has to stop. Don't play Myriad Landscape either. Don't play Temple of the False God either. Nykthos, sure. Balduvian Trading Post, the nonsense. We've spoken previously about the nonsense. I'll let you keep that one. Sideboard. I don't mind Blast Furnace Hellkite. I think it's like kind of outside what we want to be doing. Bone Horde Dracosaur is beautiful. God bless you for finding this one. You could call for it the Tempest. Jameel, God bless you. I don't think you Conjurer's Closet. I don't like Dragonhawk's Exile Draw because it's only until our next end step. I do like Dracuseth. We do need to embrace more. If I'm not going to be a combo player, I have to slow other people down. I know it feels mean. I know you want to be the red Chaos Goblin, but if we're just in the corner fiddling with the Doomsday device for a really long time, and we're not like shooting elves, shooting birds, shooting blood artists, we are going to get left in the dust, and it's going to be really rough for us. Hell yeah, Fire Diamond. I don't think we're going to go all in enough on Exile Draw for Flaming Tyrannosaurus to be big. Good boy, look at you. You do know. You do know. You were just fucking with me. I worry about industrial advancement. I've played with this card a lot in Henzi. It has betrayed me as often as it has saved me. I think the ramp is going to be good enough that you're just like, no, I'll just keep him. I'll just keep him. Funny as fuck. Do this immediately. Funny as fuck. Well, okay, we're only gonna get it once, and then he's gonna be a 7-4. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. But it's funny as fuck. Stop trying to cascade. Ridiculous. Uh, Portal to Phyrexia would be a very good bomb. Very, very 3 mana. I fucking board wipe you. Primo. And I think you will have the mana to not immediately, but like you can cast it early to stop whoever got like a crazy explosive start, and then you can recast it like turn 7-ish, and then we can try to soft board wipe again and start accruing advantage to end the game. Uh, I don't think I would end stone. Oh no, you could end stone. It's goofy, but you could. I would sooner new Marvel card. I would hit these bitches with the 10 rings. Let me draw 10. Come on. For three mana, please. What else you had in here? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we had the right ideas in our, or we had a mix of some of the right ideas on our sideboard. Commit to those ideas I told you about. Let me know how it goes. If anybody else has different angles, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck, and I do hope this helps.